Let's be honest, nobody wants to think the changes in their parent, partner, or friend could be signs of dementia. It's easier to explain them away. He's just tired. She's having a rough week. But what if those little things, like forgetting the route to a friend's house, or suddenly giving money to a scammer, aren't just little things? Hi, I'm Guy, and today we're going to uncover the 10 early warning signs of dementia, the ones that often go unnoticed until it's too late. But here's the twist, we won't just list them. We'll break down what they really look like, how to tell them apart from normal aging, and what you can do if you spot them. These signs could change how you see your loved one or even yourself. Let's dive in, starting with one of the most misunderstood symptoms of all. Everyone forgets things, keys, birthdays, that one grocery item. But memory loss linked to dementia tends to hit deeper. It's not about forgetting new things, it's forgetting information that was deeply known. Speech balloon real-life example. A retired math teacher forgets how to calculate a tip. Not once, but repeatedly. This isn't momentary confusion, it's the kind that lingers, catches you off guard, and doesn't quite fit. Backhand index pointing right key difference. Normal aging equals forgetting an appointment and remembering it later. Dementia warning equals forgetting your own anniversary or your grandchild's name and not remembering it even when prompted. Managing life takes planning bills, medications, recipes, appointments. When dementia creeps in, familiar routines start breaking down. Receipt real-life story. A woman who's always paid the bills starts receiving late notices. Her family thinks it's stress, until they realize she's forgotten how to log into her bank account. Brain. It's not about intelligence, it's about declining brain function disrupting step-by-step tasks. Maybe it takes longer, or they repeat the same step multiple times. Puzzle piece watch 4. Unopened mail stacking up. Confusion using a microwave. Taking medication multiple times or not at all. Driving to a friend's house. Cooking the usual Sunday roast. Setting up the TV. These everyday tasks can suddenly feel unfamiliar. Automobile real-life example. A man drives to the grocery store and forgets how to get back home. It's a route he's taken for 15 years. This isn't occasional distraction. It's a disconnect from tasks once done on autopilot. Stop sign. Be alert if they forget game rules they used to teach others. Ask how to use the same appliance repeatedly. Seem hesitant doing chores they've always done. We all lose track of days. But dementia-related confusion goes beyond that. Someone might forget what season it is or even where they are. House with garden example. A woman wakes up in her own bed but insists she's at a hotel. She's lived in the house for 40 years. This kind of time/place confusion often appears in subtle ways, especially in early stages. They may cover it up with jokes, but don't brush it off. Mantelpiece clock watch 4. Getting dressed for winter in summer. Not knowing what year it is. Asking where are we, in familiar locations. This one surprises people. Dementia can affect visual processing, causing depth perception issues or difficulty judging distance. Oncoming automobile real-life story. An older man starts parking too close to the garage wall. He brushes it off as just a bad angle, but it happens again. And again. Footprints also common, tripping over rugs, missing stairs, or bumping into furniture. This sign is especially dangerous if your loved one is still driving. We all forget words, but dementia makes it hard to follow or contribute to conversations. Speaking head example. Someone begins telling a story, then pauses mid-sentence, staring, lost, and eventually says, "Never mind, it wasn't important." Writing might become sloppy. They may mix up words or use vague phrases like that thing or the stuff. Memo. What to look for. Repeating themselves often. Struggling to follow a story. Calling common objects by the wrong name. Losing keys happens. But losing them and having no clue where to start looking? That's different. Key example. A woman keeps finding her glasses in the freezer. She laughs it off until her family realizes she's doing it weekly. What sets this apart from regular forgetfulness is the inability to backtrack. Brain look for items in odd places, remote in the pantry, phone in the sock drawer. Being suspicious or blaming others for stealing. Frustration when searching because they don't know where to begin. Everyone makes bad calls. But dementia may lower the brain's natural braking system. Credit card real-life example. A grandpa gives out his credit card info to someone claiming to be from the IRS. It's not the first time. Early signs of dementia often show up as being too trusting, overspending, dressing inappropriately for the weather. Robot face note, with deepfakes and AI scams increasing, even the best of us can fall for tricks. But frequent, odd judgment lapses are still red flags. People with early dementia may start pulling away. Not because they don't care, but because conversations, games, or group settings become mentally exhausting. Tennis example. An avid pickleball player suddenly stops going. She says she's too tired, but family notices she also avoids phone calls and group chats. Pensive face, could it be depression? Sure. But in dementia, it's often a retreat from environments where the symptoms become obvious. A calm, patient person becomes irritable and suspicious. Or someone known for empathy suddenly shows apathy. Pouting face example. A friendly grandfather starts lashing out over tiny things or becomes paranoid someone's stealing from him. Performing arts, the shift is usually subtle at first. But it's consistent and out of character. Don't ignore personality changes. They often signal something deeper than just aging. Spotting one of these signs doesn't guarantee dementia, but it's worth investigating. And multiple signs together? That's a stronger signal. Stethoscope, next steps. Don't panic. But don't dismiss it either. Talk gently with your loved one. Share what you've noticed. Consult a neurologist or geriatric specialist. Keep a log of behaviors for appointments. Light bulb, remember, early detection means early support. It opens the door to treatment options, care planning, and better quality of life. And please, trust your instincts. You know your loved one best.